Come on, put your hands together. Come on, that face, say, there is a name.
There is a name I love to hear.
It soothes my doubts.
It soothes my doubts and calms my fears.
So good to know.
So good to know He's always near.
Come on, say, I love him.
I love
Jesus.
Jesus.
Say, oh, how I love.
Oh, how I
Jesus. Come on, y'all got it. Say, there is a name. Y'all know this hymn. Say, it soothes my doubts. We're going to say, so good to know. Look at your neighbor and say, I love him. Wave your hand and say, Jesus. Come on, point to yourself. Say, oh, how I love. Come on, say, I love Jesus. Come on, Pastor Keith, say it for me.
His love brought me out many times before. Gave many possibilities. Opened up many doors. So I gave him my life and my heart is yours. I love you. I really love you. Let me tell the whole wide world I really love you. Really love you. Jesus. My God. Bring the babies back in. Oh. Come on, lift your hands and sing it with us. Come on, great hymn of the church. Oh, I love him. Yeah, Jesus. Say it again. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. You'll meet. Listen. Everybody singing. This song. Can you say it again? Sweet Jesus. Let's take it up. Oh, how my grandma used to sing. For there is no other, nobody like him. Oh, yeah. I love him. I really do. I really do. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Oh, yeah. Love him. Oh, Jesus.
Come on,
oh, my.
Clap those hands in here.
It's AM and FM, how you heard it in the old days. The new 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO, The Glory. The Glory Express.
All aboard!
With your god brother, your godson, your god nephew, Bertice Z. Rozier. Weekdays from 6 a.m. until 11 on 980 AM WDDO, The Glory. The Glory. The Glory.
Temple of Christ Ministries presents Sabbath day services under the Big White Tent. That's 3791 Munford Road, Macon, Georgia, every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Temple of Christ Ministries, the Sabbath day service under the Big White Tent. Meet him there every Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Dad always said there's two ways you can practice law. You can either be a jerk or you can be a gentleman. I prefer the latter. If you need us, the Dozier Law Firm is here for you.
I don't think I used the word jerk.
Hi, this is Alex Habersham, publisher of the Macon, Middle Georgia Black Pages.
Get ready, Central Georgia,
For the new
2022-2023 edition
of the Macon, Middle Georgia Black Pages
in hard copy and
digital list.
the theme is culture, the phenomenal force that brings our communities together with things like art, music, literature.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon. Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Ask Elaine, better ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, better ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, better ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, better ask Elaine.
We're just so happy. We're so happy to have you there. If you've tuned in to us on AM, FM, or here on The Glory Live, we just welcome you and thank you so much for honoring us by joining us each Wednesday at 3 here on Historic WDDO. We have some very special guests today. We have a co-host and we have a special guest that we're going to interview together. But first of all, we want to thank our sponsors, those who help us to stay on the air. We especially want to thank Black Voters Matter, which is an organization that supports what's best for folks in the community, especially encouraging Black folks to go vote. They encourage all folks to go vote, but they especially encourage Black folks who need to vote. You hear me? You need to vote. Between the dogs being sicked on you and other things going on, I don't know what other information you need to know or you need to be shown to have you to understand that you need to protect your right to vote. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas, welcoming you once again to Ask Elaine. Thank you so very much for being there. We want to express our condolences to two families. We want to express our condolences to all families that have suffered loss. We certainly want to do that. And for those of you who've had good things to happen in your family, births, weddings, as a matter of opinion, isn't it? But we want to congratulate you on the good things that have happened, but we certainly want to express our condolences and our prayers for you, especially to the family of the late Melvin Lawrence, who it was a native Maconite, but lived in Forsyth for a long, long time. He served on the Forsyth City Council for, I think, about 20 years. Senator and I attended his services not too long ago. It was a wonderful homegoing ceremony. Lots of folks from Forsyth and Macon turned out, many folks from the Ballot Hudson class of 65 that Councilman Lawrence was very, very active with, and just a whole lot of other officials, including his colleagues on the Forsyth City Council, the mayor, number of ministers. So it was a very fitting and memorial to his life. The other family that we want to express condolences to is the family of the late Sandra Jean Whitby Lewis, who was the sister of Clifford Whitby, who was our candidate for mayor a few years ago. This lady was an inspiration to a whole lot of people. And so, whereas I don't intend to just celebrate the lives of one or two people, these are the two that we have as examples that you might want to emulate. But we also want to express our condolences to all of you who have suffered loss. And we hope that our thoughts and prayers will reach you and will help to lighten your load. So, given that, we want to move on to our guest. My co host this week is none other than Reverend
Elder.
Elder. I know to get it right. Elder Larry Dunning. And I'm going to have him, if I can get okay, the echoes out. You see him there on the screen. We want to welcome him. It's been a while since he was here, and he's wearing his famous hat and shirt. And so we just celebrate him and say thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not very often that you have people who will celebrate uh, you and others in the community. So this person has just such a giving spirit. He celebrates other folks, unselfish. And I remember him fighting the powers at City Hall some years ago. They terminated his employment, but he said, "Oh, H no, not gonna." I can
Heavens
say
no.
hell.
Heavens no.
He's not gonna say it, but he took him to court. And when we were in those little sessions and stuff where they tell you I mean, you're not supposed to talk about it, but that's been so long ago. I told him y'all need to pay him
Hallelujah. Amen.
everything that you owe him, and some more, because he's been out and you've caused some health concerns and stuff. But the best thing was he was a wonderful employee, and we have lost those skills. So anyway, so he got paid, I think. I guess they stalled as long as they could, and finally they said, "Well, we just give up. We're gonna go ahead and make it right." And so that shows you about his strength, his tenacity, his desire to do right by other folks, but have folks to do right by him. So I honor him today, and we celebrate him and his strength. We want to welcome Desmond Brown. Hello, Desmond. You're making your way all over everywhere. You were over with the district attorney yesterday in the back to school celebration at Unionville Missionary Baptist Church. So we salute you, and we'll be mentioning the other folks as they join us. Y'all, please like and share so that we can remind folks that we are on that Ask Elaine, your weekly talking information program, is here on the air, and they're missing something. They're going to miss a lot if they don't tune in. Our very special guest is none other than someone that we all admire and pray for, and that is none other than the coroner Leon Jones, who helps everybody. And his job is one of those jobs that not a lot of people can do. And so, before I bring him on to start telling us about the things that he's doing, we want to ask Elder Dunning if he would open us with an inspiration, short inspiration, motivation, and then we can get this show on the road.
Amen. Thank you, Sister Lucas, and we thank God for everyone that's on the line today. I want you to know the best public servant in the whole wide world. I've checked them all out, like that song. I searched the world over, couldn't find nobody. That was Elaine Lucas that I found. And I will say this: my mother went home in November, and this lady, this public servant, came to our service and inspired us as she always do. So she can call me Larry. My sisters call me Larry. My best friends call me Larry. I don't need a
It's
title.
Elder.
Jesus never had a title. He wasn't Elder Jesus, Elder Bishop Jesus, Prophet Jesus. He was just Jesus, and I am just Larry. But today I want to say to the community that we are at a place, not only with what Commissioner Lucas said, we definitely need to pray. And after we get off of our knees, we need to do something more than just pray. This is a world. When you look at our community, when you look at our state, our national arena, this country, we need to focus on what is right. I remember the words of Bishop Ellen Bay a long time ago
Mhm.
that used these words every program, every week on WIPB. He said, righteousness exalts a nation, but
But
sin
it's a
is a reproach
reproach.
to any people.
Yeah.
So if we focus on righteousness, then sin will go away. There has to be a spiritual side, and there has to be a side that says, I'm going to get up off my knees and do something.
Mhm.
Jesus always talked about serving others, as these two people in this room does. Commissioner Lucas and Coroner Jones, they are servants of the people. He always wanted us to serve. So I encourage you, find somebody. There's
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
in your neighborhood, in your family, someone that's less fortunate. And I was going to wait until I became a millionaire before I helped somebody. But the Spirit spoke to me and said, there's still somebody who you can bless even with the money that you have.
Mhm.
So every day, Commissioner Lucas, I make it in my mind to find me somebody out of my family and do something good for them.
Oh,
That's what Jesus said. Love those, even those that hate you. He said, love your enemies. Oh my God, that takes a
that's
lot of work.
hard. That's
But in
hard.
addition to the enemies, find you somebody you can bless. The only reason he blesses you so you can bless somebody
All
else.
right.
So
All
my
right.
everyday coroner, I try to find me somebody in the store, in the neighborhood, somebody will get, and I don't even use my name most of the time. I used to school with you, and my name is Pastor Dunning from Pentagon. No, I just want them to know I'm a servant of God.
Uh-huh.
And anytime I get a chance to bless somebody, I am blessed to bless somebody else.
All right. All right. I like that. I like that. And what you give to someone else always comes back.
Amen.
It
Amen.
always comes back. Always. And Patrick Davis has already uh, posted your information. If you look on your screen, you'll see that he has already posted a dissertation on
Wow.
you, on you. And we want to welcome, I think that was Ricky or Randy Crawford who joined us.
Yeah, I went to
And
school
then
with
we
him.
had Desmond. Did you?
Yes.
Really?
At the great
Okay.
Northeast High School.
Northeast High School. Raiders. Teachers went back yesterday, didn't
They
they?
did.
Yeah, they were back and they had the convocation at the Coliseum, big meeting, an inspirational program
Mhm.
and everything, entertainment for all of the staff of the Bibb County school system. And so we want to wish all of them well.
That's right.
Education is so very important. Our special guest is none other than Coroner Leon Jones. And we don't have to introduce him, but we just feel like we have to because he does such work for this community. It is He's a public servant, and he goes beyond what his job description says. So tell us what the job of the coroner is, and then tell us about some of the other things that you do. But I know you're going to tell us about, growing up and all of that.
Oh yeah, we got a lot
So
to
we
talk
want
about.
to hear that.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
job. Good afternoon, first, and thank you for having me. The job of coroner is death investigation in conjunction with the fire department, either the police department or any law enforcement. We pronounce people dead. Anyone that dies less than 24 hours admission of a hospital, homicide, suicide, any accident, it's a coroner's case. Meaning, if a person gets shot on a Monday, die on a Friday, it's a coroner's case. A doctor is not supposed to sign a death certificate if it's an injury to the descendant. However, they do it all the time. Granny Hill goes in the hospital with a broken hip. The doctor signs a death certificate. When they get the vital records of the health department, they kick it out. They call us. We work very closely with out-of-county coroners. We have to be recertified every year in Forsyth, and we also have the annual Georgia Coroner Association meeting every September at the Marriott here. So it's very important to know your coroners are out of county, because we do death notifications for out of county. I did a death notification last Thursday for a coroner in Louisiana. This gentleman was found dead on the job, and his mama lived on Cleveland Street in South Macon. So I had to go tell her that her son was dead. So that's basically what we do. And I say all the time, I tell my wife all the time, we do more than ride around in pretty cars with blue lights and red lights. We go to school. We're not stupid, okay? Every once in a while, we get a law enforcement officer that want to trip out. We trip right back with them, okay? Because we're not no dummies, okay? We go to school. I've been to University of St. Louis, University of Miami, and we go to Forsyth every year with some of the best instructors in the country right there in Forsyth. There you have it. Now, my other thing is I love helping people. I love this community. That ain't no secret. So I come up with my best ideas at 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of the time, I'm the only one up anyway. Because, 10 years ago,
you are.
10 years ago, I came up with this idea of transporting people on New Year's night. So somebody put on the Facebook, the coroner will carry people to get drunk, but won't carry people to watch night service.
Wow.
When my older daughter saw it and said, I'm Terry in Washington. My dad is Leon Jones. He's the coroner. He would carry you anywhere you want to go. So it got to be kind of expensive. So Fairhaven Funeral Home on Mount Pleasant Church Road, they start renting the vans. They pay for the vans, and we carry heating the air, pay for the gas. So we would pick you up, carry to a party, call us, pick you up, and bring you back home. Now on Super Bowl Sunday, I run one van. Okay, Sheila said I lost my mind. All right? I run one van. I would anywhere in Bibb County, I would pick you up, carry you to the Super Bowl party, bring you back home. Well, about 6 months ago, here it goes. 6 months ago, I got into unlocking cars. Oh yeah. So I got this high-tech unlocking kit to unlock people's cars. I don't charge anything. The only thing I ask is you see a homeless person, you buy them a meal. It's right on Facebook. That's what I want. People try to give me money. I don't want it. I don't want it. You see a homeless person, buy them a meal. That's what I'm asking. So today I did 3. I did one at the medical center. I did one on Thomaston Road, and I average about 5 a day.
Wow.
But for some reason, the majority of them are Honda Accords. Yeah, I can't quite figure that out. The majority of the cars I unlock are Honda Accords. I think it's a key fob malfunction or something. But I love doing it. I mean, I love this community.
Yeah.
Hometown boy, homegrown, raised on Mason Street, fired up, Southwest, fired up. You know what's coming. Okay, you already know. Right. You already know what's coming, all right? But I love this community, and I think it's giving back to the community. I don't do things for recognition. I do it because it's God's will.
That's right.
That's my upbringing. Now, I was raised up tough now. Mind you, I was the only child of light skin raised in Unionville. You get religion real quick, okay, and keep it. Going to church in my house, one of the options is a requirement, okay? Well, I got 17. My mama said, you ain't going to pay no bills. You don't pay no bills. You going to church. So I accepted Christ at age 5. Good. In the original New Zion Baptist Church under the leadership of Reverend J.A. Jackson. That's it on the corner of 5th and Edgewood. You old enough to remember that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I know you're kind of young. You know, relax. So,
I think we're the same age.
Yeah. I turned 70 last month.
Okay, we're not the same.
That's what I told you.
Shirley
Okay.
Lester says she's Southwest too.
Yes, sir.
Patricia Booz
Yeah.
has joined
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, come on,
Amy
come on, Patriots.
Coon
Come on.
Brazil. Pastor Lisa has joined us.
Amy. Oh my God, Amy.
Cool.
You're gonna set my pacemaker out of whack, Amy. You ever see Amy? That's a pretty girl. Sheila can't hear. She working.
All right, if you say so.
They got to record it though.
All right.
All right.
But I love giving back to the community,
Yeah.
Commissioner. I really do. What you see is what you get. That's my upbringing. You know, I was brought up to us, but I was brought up in the church. And my late mama said, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care who like it. Or what you see in me is what you get. I'm gonna tell the truth. My late mama said, never tell one lie, because you gotta tell 9 more.
That's right.
Never put yourself
That's
in a
right.
position that you gotta lie your way out.
Mhm.
And that's where I've been all my life. If you don't love me no more, tell me. If I got cancer, tell me. If I'm fired, tell me. If I'm suspended, tell me. We had a supervisor at the medical center back in the day. This was on Friday. I get with you Monday. Why? If you're going to fire me now. You're going to suspend me now. I'm a grown man. I'm not a child. Stuff like that. I believe, tell the truth.
I believe that.
Okay,
too.
and bring it out.
Yeah.
Well, what's the big deal? Okay? People say, you're outspoken. No, I tell the truth. You know, you don't want to hear it, don't listen. But I'm going to tell the truth. I had a guy the other day tell me, you Lester Miller campaign manager? Do I look like a campaign manager? I'm the coroner. Oh, you got a problem with Lester? Go to Lester. Don't bring that stuff to me. Anytime you got new leadership, you're going to have new ideas. That makes sense?
Right.
Makes sense.
Your school, one of the best schools in Georgia, would not be as successful as it is if you stayed in the same position. Is that fair to say that?
Right.
When you got new leadership, you got new ideas. Okay? That's what I'm saying. They got a problem with it, go to him. Don't come to me. I'm the coroner. My plate's so full, I need a Tupperware party. That's it. You know, I got a lot going on. Okay? I got my annual back to school giveaway is coming up this Saturday at 12 noon in front of Bentley and Sons Funeral Home, where I'm giving out school supplies. I do that every year. Okay? 12 o'clock while they last, book bags, pencil, paper. I got book bags all in the house. I'm going to fill them out tonight somewhere. But anyway, that's Saturday at 12 o'clock in front of Bentley's Funeral Home. I have my tent set up, stuff like that. But I love this community like I love my country. What you see is what you get.
And we appreciate.
Yeah,
we
what you see.
appreciate.
I'm the
you
real
too.
deal. I'm not a phony. I'm not a fake. Yeah, what irritates me sometimes when I give an interview, there's one thing about this show, Gwen Westbrook, Brenda Sutton, and Ron Weimer. When I get to talk about God, y'all don't cut it out. Okay, whenever I talk about God and prayer, those other shows, when you see it, they'll cut that out.
Well,
they cut it out. Okay, I start my day with prayer every morning.
That's good.
Before I even hit the ground. Now, if I got to pronounce someone dead at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to pray because I drive real fast. I got a real fast car. I had fast cars all my life. That ain't no secret. Sheila knew that when we started dating. Okay. That's because she got me in so much insurance. So if I get turned over, you know, she already got a plan. All right. She going to sell the house, sell the car, get her boyfriend off eharmony.com and move on. Okay. Life does not stop. Okay. But I start my day with prayer every morning. And I pray from the president on down to the county commissioners, to the mayor, to the school board, school superintendent, and the students. I start my day with prayer.
You need to mention one more. Larry C. Dunning Jr.
Not a problem. I'll do it in the morning. Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying, Commissioner, is I cannot do this job and survive without prayer.
Amen.
Yeah. The devil is too strong. Now, mind you, every incident that happens is not devil related.
That's
Some
true.
things is going to happen. Okay. But I could not be here without God.
Without God.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't.
Well, everybody has to have something that they can believe in, something strong that gives them that support that they need. And so I applaud you for being willing to say that, because a lot of people won't say it.
Oh, they won't say it. Then they cut it out. They cut it out. When I tell people about prayer, and I'm praying for this community, and I'm praying for the homicide rate and everything, and they cut that part out. And that's about, they do what they want to do. They'll tell you, well, you got to go 3 people. 3 people got to approve it. I don't care if the Pope got to approve it.
Well,
okay.
Well, we're glad to have you on Ask Elaine, where we don't censure so say. We want to welcome Shirley Lester again. She said, God is my everything. and should be important to everyone. God bless you, Coroner. Um, let's see, Pastor Lisa, of course, is here. My sister
my
Nita
little
says
sister, Lisa.
hello to
Nita,
all of us.
is that the
My
cake
sister
lady?
Nita. No, that's
No,
not the cake lady.
Oh, okay.
That's the one who retired from Brown and Williams.
Oh, okay.
The money lady.
Oh, she can buy some cake.
That's
then.
the money lady. Yeah, she can buy.
She can buy some cake. she retired from Brown and Wilson. She ain't got to bake none of that.
Yeah, she did almost right at 30 years
That's
at
good.
Brown and Williamson. We're glad to have. Susan Smith has joined us, and so we want to welcome all of you. For those who just tuned in, you're listening to Ask Elaine. This is your weekly talk and information program. We are always happy to have you there listening, and we think you get smarter. Every week that you listen to us, you get some information that's going to help you to live life. That's what I always say. You go to church on Sunday, but if you stay within the walls and keep everything in the walls, that's not benefiting anybody. So you got to come out and do something with that knowledge and that inspiration. You can jump all over the place, fall all over the floor, crawl, whatever you want to do. But if you leave there and leave everything inside, you haven't accomplished anything. That's the way I feel. Faith without works. And that's what does it for me. Faith without works. Don't tell me, show me. That's what I feel. And I'm through. That's my sermon. We take up collection and open the doors. Eloise Jefferson Hall, she says we have to go outside of those walls. So people are agreeing with her. Myra says hello to those who are here. And Desmond is still with us. We want to thank all of you for tuning in today. And we're going to go on with our discussion. We've got our coroner, and then we've got our co-host, Elder Dunning.
That's pretty good.
Who is with us.
That's pretty good. You got a coroner and a preacher.
Yeah. That's always wonderful. That is wonderful. Ask Elaine does not play. We have some of the best guests and the best information because we don't want to just waste your hour. If you decide to come and spend an hour with us, we want you to leave smarter. We want you to leave inspired. We want you to leave with something to do, with an assignment. And so we're just happy to have you there. So welcome everybody who's joined us. Now, we're going to get back to the coroner. Tell us about some of the other kinds of things that you've done. We know that you're doing the back to school.
Do it every
year. You open the cars
free of charge. Free of charge. Don't charge anything. I won't tell you to come up, get in there. And the simple thing is I ask you to buy a homeless person a meal.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. It's a lot of homeless people here. And every once in a while, I'll give them some money. And Sheila said, why you give them money? Somebody want to stay in your lane on this one. Okay. I mean, it's my money. Okay. I'm not going to let anybody go hungry. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to let anybody go hungry. And I know it's a bad idea when you get off I-16 and Spring Street because I know what's going on. Sometimes you have some little fender benders and everything. Well, I can't stand to I can't see nobody go hungry. Now, if I give somebody $20 and they go buy alcohol or drugs, that's on them. That's not on me. I deal with the Bible says. Okay, that's it. I tell people all the time, I'm a Christian. I didn't say I was a saint. I said I was a Christian. Okay. I try to behave in a Christian way. On the flip side of that, like I said, I didn't say I was a saint. Okay.
Okay. Tell us about your staff.
My staff is Lonnie and Ronnie Molly. We've been together since 32 years. Deputy Coroner Lou Ann Stone, she's been together for 10 years. And I recently hired Richard Robinson on Richard Robinson Funeral. He's been there 6 months. He graduated from coroner school. I'm gonna throw him in the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw him in the water.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna see what he made of. If he on a funeral home, y'all be able to go in the house somebody dead 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. So we got a really good staff. We got a good chemistry. And what makes my staff is different from other people, we'll spread it out. Okay, so I live in front of Porter School. If someone died over there, I'll take the call. It don't make no sense, Commissioner, for somebody to go right across town and the car was right behind my house.
Right.
That don't make any sense.
Right.
Well, Ronnie lives on Vineville, Luann lives on Bass Road, Richard lives on Zebulon Road, and Lonnie lives on Shirley Drive. Someone die in that area, they're gonna get the closest coroner. Just like that. You don't have to. If you gotta wait for a coroner, we got a problem.
Common sense.
Right.
If
you gotta wait for a coroner, you got a problem. Okay. That's it. We get that pretty quick.
Yeah.
We go to school in Forsyth. Okay. I don't waste tax dollars going here and there and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, when you grow up kind of financially strapped and you came from the medical center under the Damon King era, you know how to manage money.
Right.
I don't spend money because I can spend money because I'm elected. Because y'all control the money and y'all watch that budget. Okay. If I ask for some money,
we watch it when we can.
We ask for some money. You know, for a long time, you know, I was having a problem with cooler storage. You remember? Because the family wasn't playing the ballot. So we came up with the Miller rule. 5 days. 5 days.
Sometimes you have to take charge.
Exactly.
And
That's what he did.
Situation.
5 days.
We have Mr. Robert Curry Jr. on the line.
Pioki?
Is that?
That's his name, Pioki?
Mr. Curry, are you there?
Yeah, this is Pioki.
Oh, goodness.
You didn't know that was his name?
I didn't know that.
He's a patriot, too.
Do you know Leon's name is Dude?
Uh-oh.
That was my nickname.
I didn't know that. Mr. Curry, welcome to Ask Elaine. I saw Mr. Curry, what was it, at a funeral service, Mr. Curry, the other week?
At Glover's funeral.
And
Edward Glover's funeral.
Yeah.
At St. John.
That's right. And he, I told him, I said, we've missed you. We haven't heard from you
in a
long time. Is he on lockdown?
He on lockdown.
Well, whoever let him out for a little bit. So
she was with him.
Mr. Curry, what do you have for us today?
Well, I've really been on lockdown because I've been dealing with this Vietnam post-traumatic stress madness. But I got a lot, but I ain't got enough time. Dude, you talking up all the time. And hello to you too, Pastor. So both of y'all in a good position. I want y'all to look out for these old folks and children. The children drowning. They close out the swimming pool over here in Freedom Park. Don't even put water in the splash pad. It's a low-down, dirty shame, Miss Luke. I've been in a hibernation stage for 3 years with this pandemic. We need to have a forum on race and recreation because it's a disgrace and a shame how y'all got this. And when I say y'all, I'm throwing you under the bus too, Miss Luke. How y'all got all this disparity of treatment with recreation. The Freedom Park baseball field versus the one on Anthony Road is a low-down, dirty shit. I just can't get down there with y'all now because they waiting to put that straight jacket on me like I say I'm dealing with this post-traumatic stress. But I need to go over there to Mercer and get with that the journalists over there, and they need to do a clean sweep because every like you talking about, like dudes, you talking about every administration, every administration still with these poor and oppressed black and brown children. They don't get no better. It just don't change. It just be rearranged. So it's a shame. It's a shame. Then I heard the mayor we got now, Mr. Mayor Miller, talking about he gonna bust the children to a swimming pool, and they let the swimming pool bust out there at Freedom Park when the senior citizen center didn't go out there. And we need to see you at the center too, Miss Luca. It's just a sad situation. It's too much lying. Anybody want to make a reply? Or y'all done cut me off?
No, you're there. We love hearing what you have to say. Go ahead. We can handle it.
Let me talk to the pastor. Pastor?
Yes, sir.
Now, as a man of God, I'm a religious brother too. I go to Hazard Missionary Baptist Church, a little small church. I left Beulah.
I know what Hazard is.
But anyway, you all need to set up some kind of program and part with Parks and Recreation to get these young black children into baseball and different things. They could play baseball if given an opportunity. They could be another Hank Aaron, but they don't get a chance. The fields are vacant over there on Freedom Park. When the other folks in buying, even the high society people ain't there. The poor children live in the mill apartments where I live in Botley Cross can't even play on the field. So somebody, and you, when y'all have y'all Georgia Baptist Convention, somebody ought to get together and look at this thing with these little children. You talking about they killing each other. Yeah, they killing each other. They take the swimming pool and make a splash pad. You can't learn how to swim on no splash pad. They drowning over there, Anderson every other day. And it's just sad, Pastor. So
Brother
that's what.
Curry, Brother Curry, we were very successful with our community efforts prior to this pandemic. We are now getting back into it. I have a swimming pool in the gym. It needs to be refurbished. If I can understand how to get it done quickly, I saw people swim on yesterday. We're going to do better. The pandemic set us back attendance wise and everything else. But the good news is I can do better than I'm doing right now. You have motivated me, Brother Curry, to do better. And I'm gonna do a little quick prayer for you because I want you back out, and you can help me and I can help you, and we can both help this community. We're gonna do more and we're gonna do better. We had this fellowship. I was the only Pentecostal pastor, the rest of them were Baptists. We did a lot of good in the time. We just haven't done anything since the pandemic. But we're gonna get back on the battlefield. I thank God. Listen to the audience. There are two preachers in addition to me in this room. You know, we got the Reverend Leon Jones and the Reverend Evangelist Elaine Lucas. So I'm among great love and concern. And they are not only public servants, they're spiritual leaders of the Lord. And everybody, Brother Curry, is supposed to be an evangelist. He told everybody to be a witness of him. And you're just telling me to do more than I'm doing right now. And I am. I take you very seriously. I did hear you. We do have a community goal. We just haven't done a lot since the pandemic. But we're going to do better in the future. I'm going to get back with my colleagues, my leaders, and we're going to do some more work, more than we've done over the last 3 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are going on. It's certainly not everything that any of us, it's not as much as all of us want to have done. And I always say this on this program, I think every week, Black folks, poor folks who need to be voting are not voting. If you vote in larger numbers, and Patrick has just posted that it will take at least 26,000 Democratic votes and be able to elect the new mayor in 2024. And so when we don't vote, we lose our voice. And so I would just encourage right now, I think Board of Elections is getting ready to purge or has already purged in the state. They are purging 190 something thousand voters. If you're not sure about your status as a voter, if your name has changed, if you've moved, if if there are any situations that would have you to make some changes to your registration, you need to call the Board of Elections, 621-6622. 621-6622. Need to call the Board of Elections or go out there in that brand new building that's just opened in the old mall, the Macon Mall, big or huge place that where when you go to vote early, you get to go inside. No, you're not subjected to the weather, bad weather, the heat, rain, whatever. Go out there and check on your status because the vote is what's most important. There are people who are actively working to get rid of folks like you and me from the rolls. And they're working to try and challenge your vote. So if you've been voting in the wrong place, get it right. Or you're subject to be challenged when it's time for you to go vote. And then you're there looking silly, knowing that you were voting in the wrong place. Go ahead and change it. So, one of the main things that we can do, and this addresses what Mr. Curry was talking about, what everybody has been talking about, that is, we must vote, and we must vote in the numbers that will warrant or allow us to get in office the folks that we need to make policy and to vote on the resources, money that will go into what we want. Patrick says they purged 191,000. You check your voter status at Georgia, My Voter Page, MVP, or call the Board of Elections. So it's left up to you what you do. You can talk all day long, but unless you do something, it's not going to matter one bit. Those of you who are out there who know you're a strong leader, who know that you're committed, know that folks can't scare you, they can't buy you off, push you off, or whatever, you need to be running. Don't run just because you want to be on TV or in the newspaper or see your name. Run because you know you're committed and you can do the job. That's the answer to a lot of these things.
I got another answer to
Elder.
Okay, Brother Curry, I just want to add to what I said before.
Hold on just a second, Ms. Curry.
Yeah, I just want to add to what I say. I like your spirit. I do think that you do care about people. But let me tell you a little simple thing. In the meantime, what Commissioner Lucas said is very important. We got to do our job on that front. But I got another front I want you and I to work on, and many people that listen to me. I heard, I think it's Mother Teresa that said, bloom wherever you are. Because sometime when I heard the story, I was with the commissioner at the law enforcement center. The way he talked to those people, I was there to talk about education. He connected to the people, and I heard today he's not just the coroner, he's blooming wherever he is. And that's what we got to encourage people to do. My grandmother had a chicken coop, but she took the manure and she put it around her vegetables, and they grow a whole lot faster than the stuff you get out of a bag. What I'm saying is you may be in the midst of manure and bad times and horrible times, but you can still bloom wherever you are. And if everybody will find somebody every single day to bless, I just believe this community gonna be better. I heard you say it's good to do the masses. It's a good thing. But when a man can unlock your car at five people per day, I have called locksmith. It costs at least $50 but you can call somebody. That's blooming wherever you are. When somebody said you can go to a party and I bring you home so you won't get killed, we don't have to call the coroner for you. That's blooming wherever you are. I'm not saying we're going to be Leon Jones everywhere, but that's something you or everybody else can do to help somebody. We are going to work with the commission. We are going to work with government, but in spite of what they do, in addition to what they do, we can do something for somebody. So don't get discouraged because you're looking for the politician, you're looking for the public servant. Just bloom wherever you are. You find somebody. And if you can't find anybody, you can't get out of the house yet, I'll make sure something will get done in your name because we can help somebody. There's a song, I'm going to quit, Reverend Jones, and it says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can help somebody with a word or song.
I know a little bit of that.
Sing it, evangelist. My living shall not.
I'm not singing today. I'm not going to impose that on folks.
I got you, Reverend.
Yes. Just bloom.
Dude, I'll see you at the reunion, class reunion.
Yes,
but this is what I'm saying, pal. Each one teach one now. That's
right. That's right.
You know, it don't take a nation to help a village. A village is the key for it. But what I'm saying, like Miss Lucas, like you were saying, the vote, we need to hold the people that we put in office accountable.
You're right. You're right.
Nobody don't want to talk about. When we put y'all down there to serve the people, you go skinning and grinning till you get the vote, then you close your eyes, what you see, nothing. That's basically what happened. Nothing for the poor people. So it's good to have 400,000 votes and put all them back on the register, but once they get down there, look how that guy pulled the coup over there, that guy, Commissioner Bivens' job. He come in there and pulled the coup, got the job, went on up there. I ain't been in the mix, so I don't even talk too much, because I like to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Reverend, I don't know you, never seen you, probably know you, don't know you, but I'm willing to help you and get with you, and you can help me. And like I said, one love to you. I talked to Farmer Brian the other day. Miss Lucas, come to the center. The old people need to see your face in the place. And I ain't no joke, Reverend. Now I ain't no joke.
I don't think but Robert, these two people in here, they do exactly what you say. They are blessed in this community. I don't know who may not be doing it. They are accountable, both of them.
Oh, I stand by my guns.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we went to school together. I mean, I don't pull no punches.
Yeah.
Okay, I classify myself as a leader in this community. Okay, that's what hurt me a couple of weeks ago when I got attacked by that mother that lost her child on William Street. Any way you look at it, it's a tragedy. She wanted an apology, so I gave her an apology. Okay, I got attacked on Facebook. I didn't do anything wrong. I would never do anything wrong, immoral, unsympathetic, as long as I'm coroner. But I did nothing wrong. But to save grace, I apologized to her and moved on. Okay, I know what I do for this community, and I stand for this community. I don't have a problem getting out my car, getting out my bed at 12 o'clock in the morning to go get a girl car unlock at Amazon. Because Sheila don't know, because Sheila downstairs anyway. Because I consider myself a true public servant, not a part-time public servant.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I retired from the medical center after 32 years. I can walk away from Bibb County today. Okay, I'm not on Medicaid or food stamps. I can walk away today. But I love serving this community.
That's good.
I'm the Ed D for this community. You remember him?
I remember
Ed D for that. He didn't care what
I
district you
wouldn't
live
go
in at.
that far.
Let me tell you
but I
something.
would.
Let me tell you something. Whenever you call that man, you got service.
Oh,
I do
from
that.
that standpoint.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
People call me. Let me tell you something. People call me because they got holes in the road. Okay. A guy called me and said we got a hole on Lawrence Drive South by Lawrence Drive Baptist Church. Boom. I call the street. People call me and say, hey, we got a hole on Mount Pleasant Church Road. They can't get the trash emptied. They call me because I'm a true public servant. What you see is what you get.
Well, I agree with that. What you see here is
what you get.
That's correct.
I make no bones about it. And if somebody gets a little too out of place, out of their lane, I just kind of slap them back in that lane, you know? And so I'm very committed to the community.
Me too.
And
Me
I
too.
have no problem with handling. But what I am saying to you, Mr. Curry, and everybody else listening, one person cannot carry a vote. I am saying to you, if you have enough folks to carry a vote in the governmental entity, then you are effective. You're more effective. And so what I'm saying is, if there are some people out there who want to serve, who are committed, and who will read their information, who will ask the kind of questions that need to be asked, then you need to run for office. Next year, you're going to have the mayor's race. You're going to have all the other 9 commission races, even though there's some of us that can't run again. There are a bunch of those, all the seats are open for people to run. So what I'm saying is, if you feel like you can handle it and you want to serve, start doing your research. Get ready so that you can run to represent and to carry those ideas, because everything begins with an idea. And then you put together your support team, and eventually your idea may become law. So that's what we need to do. But I always appreciate Mr. Curry, and that's why I like him to call, because he's just bare bones. He tells it like he sees it. And there's not enough that's been done for a lot of underserved communities. But it's only going to be done if more of you get registered to vote, more of you actually vote. And I can't impress upon you enough how dire the situation is. We actually have people, we have a Supreme Court, we have other folks who have said, you Black and brown folks don't deserve voter protection. That is what has been said by the Supreme Court. Some folks running for office are saying, y'all's history in slavery, y'all learned some useful skills in slavery. Now, what kind of ridiculous stuff is that you try and justify slavery as somehow good by saying that the slaves learned some skills? Now, how idiotic is that? But that's where we are. That's what people are saying about Black and brown folks, that your ancestors were slaves, but they learned some valuable skills. Now, make some sense out of that. That's what folks are saying, and that's where they're trying to place some folks. So it's left up to you whether you go back or not. It's left up to you, and your vote does make a difference. Desmond Brown says, but please don't be a go along to get along if you decide to be a politician. Yeah, because that's just as bad. That's just as bad as having weak folks there, non-committal folks. That's just as bad. Nita says, get involved, get up and get involved. Patrick, all seats are open next year. Democratic seats are District 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9. And Pastor Lisa, we love and appreciate you both as public servants. So we want to thank Mr. Curry. Thank you so much, because you always have the heart of this community close to you, and we hear what you have to say.
Yep, sure.
You're listening to Ask Elaine. Elder Dunning, did you have something else you wanted,
I wanted to
add?
know if the card is running again. Is this seat open this round?
Yeah.
It is, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest things I did, I didn't even know you. You came to church one Sunday and you spoke to our group.
And
we
still doing it.
You still doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, we still doing it.
Come back. But listen, I think your work is already spoken. I don't know.
Well, I'm not gonna quit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna quit. You see what's going on. That's the reason I started my Stop the Killing campaign.
Okay.
About 4 years ago.
Right.
The pandemic did stop us a little bit from going into schools, but we're back in the schools now.
Good.
And you know, you have to start with these kids like this.
Yeah.
Right here. If you wait right here, it's too late.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ever stop putting the word out, stop the killing. Ain't nobody talking about taking out no guns. Okay, we just simply saying stop the killing. That's all we're saying. And it's us. Okay, here we go. It's us. The majority, we got 28 homicides this year.
Already?
28 homicides this year.
Wow.
It's down now with 35 last year. Out of 28 homicides this year, 95% are black. And I've been saying that for years. Focus on what's important in our community. Black on black crime, I get some hits. Now, I'm not used to taking hits when I ain't doing nothing wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a little
You're
sensitive.
gonna get them.
Okay, but I'm gonna get them. But Bobby Fickley, my co-partner, he got some words for those people. When they come at me, Bobby come right back at them. Okay, but we are every Sunday campaigning to stop the killing, stop the killing. It's us. That's how we do kill each other. We kill each other. Yeah, I don't understand why.
Well, and those who don't want us to vote, who don't want us to own property, who don't want us to own anything, that want us to be underserved and underemployed and under everything, those folks are real happy that we're doing that. I have heard from some folks who say, as long as they're over there killing each other, we don't care, as long as they don't bring that mess over here.
But when they get over there,
terrible.
Yeah. When they get over there, different ball game.
They want everybody over there. But just to think about that mentality where folks are saying, y'all go and kill each other. Keep all the guns you want, all the semi-automatic, everything that you want. Go on and kill each other. Just don't come to our side of town. And it's real hard now because, you know, black and brown folks moving all over everywhere. We're still not voting like we should, but we're moving all over everywhere.
I've never been able to quit. I have never, ever been able to figure that out. How you can stay in a nightclub all night long, but can't stay in the voting line 30 minutes.
That's what, You complaining. You
if you don't vote,
it's
you
too
don't
long.
Vote, you ain't got a reason.
I
look at it.
Yeah, if you don't do what that little thing, there are elections. I remember a few years ago, there was a race for the mayor of Jeffersonville. There was a black male and a white female running, and the white female won by one vote. One vote. And so, I mean, that blows your argument out of the water when you're talking about your vote doesn't count. One vote will make a difference.
It does.
It does make a difference. If a few thousand more folks had voted in 2016, a few more Democrats or black and brown folks had voted in a few states, Trump would not have won. Hillary Clinton would have won, but we're out there talking about, I don't like Hillary. I don't like, and now I hear folks talking about, I don't like Trump, but I don't like Uncle Joe. Joe's too old. I would put Joe Biden up against most of the folks that I can think of who are serving.
Here's the issue.
That's
with that
experience.
Here's the issue with that statement about Biden being too old. If he's old, what about the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. They're sitting up there voting
I
against you.
I mean, if you're going to tell me to go to the fair and don't have a good time, that don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's different? Ain't nothing more than that, what y'all told me.
Yeah.
I mean, get real.
Yeah.
Get real.
And so we've got to think logically. And what bothers me is there are a number of young people that I've talked to recently who are saying they're going to go with a third party. And I say to them, there's no third party that's going to win the presidency of the United States. This is not the time to waste, to go off on a tangent because you don't like either one. Choose the one that's going to do the most for you and your family and your posterity. That's the folks coming behind you.
I'm glad you
choose.
I'm glad you defined posterity. We were struggling over here.
Posterity.
Let me ask you something. Is it true that there's more than one way that you are selected for jury duty? Because for years I've been hearing that same thing. I don't vote because I want to go jury duty. Leon, I don't have no problem going to jury duty, but I'm busy, blah, 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 blah. But it's more than one way you select it. Is
right,
that
that's correct. Right.
It's
so
not you can't use
just,
that.
No, you
can't use that anymore.
No.
Okay.
No.
I want to be clear on that.
I've been
telling
next
time somebody bring that to me, I'm gonna bring that.
Tell them that's not gonna keep them from being selected for jury duty, and you ought to want to go serve because you are entitled to a jury of your peers, which is made up of Black folks, white folks, Jewish folks, gay, straight, all of them. Well, see,
my thing is, now, I believe in the death penalty. And I let them know when I get in the jury room that I believe in the death penalty. Daryl Morris, my good friend, been friends since we were 5 years old. He's a deacon of Bellevue. He taught me out of not believing in the death penalty 20 years ago when he had his barber shop. He taught me out of it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. We've been friends since 5 years old. I get it. I'm going to stop believing. Well, I had a homicide. I had a murder one night over North Pier Circle with a female that weighed 95 pounds that was killed by the yard man, and he was 220 pounds. Looked like a weightlifter. He stole a car and strangled her to death. I've been living in the death penalty ever since. You know, I let the jury, the supervisor know when I get in there. Now listen, I believe in the death penalty. I can be non-partisan, okay? I can be fair, but I'm gonna let you know I believe in the death penalty. And most time, here's your check. See you later.
They'll strike you from strike you. But bottom line is you want to serve because you want, that's part of citizenship. Right. That's part of forming a jury of the peers of the folks in the community. You want a cross section of everybody. You don't want just one person. The guys who kidnapped and murdered Emmett Till, all of them were of the same race. And they set up and they let them go. Emmett Till would have been 82 years old. And we want to pay tribute to his mother, who said, y'all are going to see what they did to my child. And she put her child on public display to drive home how horrible, how horrifically people were treated. And so we want to pay tribute. And there's a monument that they've had to put in place 4 times and have some kind of bulletproof material now so that they don't shoot it all up. Anyway, y'all, time now for stopping the talking. It's time now for us to take action. And if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. And if you aren't registered to vote and you don't go and check on your voting status, you're in our way. You're part of the problem. Now, I'm going to, before we run out of time, we always run out of time, Elder. We're going to give our special guest a chance to finish up and make any last comments. I know you want him back. I know you want to have him back because he always provides wonderful information. Yes, Pastor Lisa, slavery and racism, ugly and cruel. Yes, yes. But
okay,
Coroner,
it's still hot.
it is hot. Yes.
Watch the kids around lakes, swimming pools, cookouts, and stuff like that. It's still hot. Beware of your child in the car seat. If you carrying child here, carrying child there, put your pocketbook by the car seat. So you get your pocketbook, you won't leave the child in the car seat unattended. Never ever leave a child in a car or a pet in the car with the engine running, because then it could shut down, run hot, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Pay attention to your children on social media. It's a lot of bullying, cyber bullying going on social media. Pay attention to what your child is looking at on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do it as a babysitting
exactly.
thing. Just let it babysit.
Amos and River, stay out of it. People can get mad all they want to. Because I'm the one that me and Elaine and Ronnie, we're the one that waiting till the body come up. It's dangerous. People say, I've been swimming there since 5 years old. Emerson Park. Okay.
It is horrible.
It's horrible.
Dangerous.
We had too many drownings out there. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Drink plenty of water because it's hot out there.
Yes.
It's hot out there. It's 96 degrees out there with a heat index of 109. Drink plenty of water and stay hydrated.
Look, y'all, this has been an exciting show. I'm sorry if we missed anybody who was trying to call in, but we do appreciate Mr. Curry. We did get him. Harriet Taylor is with us. She says she got in on the end. She's sorry, but you can go back and replay this. So y'all, look, I know that you're just wanting some more of this show. I know you want to hear some more. We will be back again next Wednesday, 3 p.m. for another edition of Ask Elaine. So you be right there. Once again, we want to thank Elder Dunning for being our co-host this week. And we want to thank none other than our own coroner, Leon Jones, for being our very special guest. And thank you all. Thank you, Patrick, for all of your research and all of you who have joined us. Until next Wednesday, this has been your voice, Elaine Lucas, Commissioner Elaine Lucas, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you again next Wednesday for another edition of Ask Elaine.
That hour went quick, didn't it?